Most students study like this. Nothing for weeks, then suddenly 8 hours the night before the exam. Stress, coffee, panic. But Japanese students follow a completely different system. They study almost every day, yet they feel less stressed during exams than most students. Not because they're smarter, because their system removes the pressure that makes studying feel exhausting. And the last rule in that system quietly eliminates exam panic completely. But first, we need to fix a mistake that makes studying feel hard before you even start. Rule 1. The desk always ready rule. Most students accidentally make studying harder than it needs to be. Here's the normal routine. You finish studying, close the book, put the notebook away, clear the desk. Everything disappears. Next day, you sit down to study, and suddenly the task feels heavy again. You have to restart everything. Find the book, find the page, remember what you were doing. That small friction is enough for your brain to say, let's do this later. Japanese students often do something very different. They leave their study setup partially ready. Notebook open, pen nearby, last page visible. The work is still waiting for you. Your brain keeps seeing the unfinished task. This triggers something psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates unfinished things. That's why you keep thinking about a TV episode you didn't finish, or a message you forgot to reply to. Unfinished tasks stay active in your mind. So every time you walk past your desk, your brain quietly says, finish this. No motivation speech, no long planning, just continuation. Studying starts to feel like resuming something, not starting something, and that removes a huge amount of resistance. But Japanese students reduce pressure in another way too. They stop treating studying like a special event. Instead, they make it something that happens quietly throughout the day. Rule 2, the commute study rule. In Japan, many students spend 30 to 60 minutes commuting every day. Trains, buses, walking to school. Instead of wasting that time, many students study in small pockets. Flashcards on the train, vocabulary review on the phone, reading notes between classes. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Nothing dramatic, just constant contact with the material. Studying becomes a background activity, not a huge effort that requires a perfect mood. Think about the difference. Most students believe studying means sitting down for 3 serious hours. Japanese students treat it like something you can do for 5 minutes. That simple shift changes everything, because small sessions remove pressure, and when pressure disappears, consistency becomes easier. You're no longer waiting for the perfect moment to study, you're just continuing the process. But here's a mistake many students still make. Even if they study regularly, they try to push themselves too hard, and that's exactly what leads to burnout. Japanese productivity culture solves this with a rule most students never follow, the 70% rule. Rule 3, the 70% rule. Most students think success comes from giving 100% effort every day. Japanese productivity culture disagrees. They follow something closer to a 70% rule. Never push yourself to maximum capacity. Stop around 70% effort. Why? Because maximum effort feels heroic for 1 day, but painful for 10 days. When studying constantly feels exhausting, your brain starts resisting it. You procrastinate more, you delay sessions, you avoid the desk entirely. Japanese systems prevent this by keeping studying sustainable. Think about athletes. Professional runners don't sprint every day. They train at controlled intensity so their body can recover and perform again tomorrow. Studying works the same way. If you try to do 5-hour sessions daily, your brain burns out fast. But if you study at a steady, manageable pace, you can repeat it every day. And repetition is what actually builds mastery. The goal isn't heroic effort. The goal is effort you can repeat tomorrow. But there's another hidden reason students struggle to stay consistent. It's not laziness, it's something much smaller. And it happens right at the end of most study sessions. Rule 4, the clean end rule. Most students finish studying like this. They get tired, close the book, leave the desk messy, walk away. Next day, they return and immediately feel resistance because they don't know where to start. Your brain hates unclear starting points. Uncertainty creates friction. Japanese students often follow a simple ending ritual. Before finishing a study session, they take 2 minutes to reset the next one. 3 quick actions. First, summarize what you just studied. Write a few lines explaining the key idea. Second, organize the notes. Clear the mess so the page makes sense tomorrow. Third, write the exact next step, not something vague like study chemistry, something specific. Solve questions 5 through 10. Now when the next session begins, there's zero thinking. You sit down, you continue. No hesitation, no confusion. This small ritual removes one of the biggest hidden causes of procrastination. But when you combine all the rules we talked about, something interesting happens. Japanese students rarely feel like they're starting from zero. They're always already moving. Rule 5, the already moving effect. Burnout often comes from one simple cycle. Stop studying for days, then suddenly try to restart with a huge session. Your brain sees the workload and panics. Everything feels overwhelming. Japanese study systems prevent this completely because studying happens in small, frequent, low-pressure sessions. A little review on the train, a short session after school, a quick recap at night. The engine never stops completely, so the brain never experiences a painful restart. You're always continuing, not beginning. And that changes everything. Studying stops feeling like effort. It becomes part of the rhythm of the day, which leads to the biggest advantage. When exams arrive, Japanese students aren't trying to learn everything. They're just reviewing what they've already been touching for weeks. No panic, no emergency sessions, just calm preparation. That's the real reason they can study daily without burning out. Japanese students don't rely on extreme discipline. They remove pressure from studying, keep the desk ready, study in small pockets of time, work at 70% effort, end every session clean, and stay in motion. You don't need more motivation. You need a system that makes studying feel normal. Try these rules for the next 7 days. You'll feel the difference immediately. Now decide who you are, the student who waits until panic starts or the one who's already moving. And if you want the next upgrade, watch my video on 6 study habits that are making you dumb without you realizing.